What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. It is a beautiful day here in Miami. I'm just here for a couple days on a quick business trip working on my book, but today you and I are going to be talking about why you need to eat more calories. Now, I know this is going to be a very controversial discussion. I know there are going to be a lot of angry people in the comments, so before you decide to leave an angry comment, make sure you watch the video the whole way through. And even before we get into the content of the video, there's one very important discussion you and I need to have right now. Syed. That's how you pronounce my last name. Syed. Think of the Hyatt Hotel, but with an S. A lot of people are like, is it Siyat? Oh, it's Sayah. Syed. All right, back to the topic of this video, why you need to eat more calories. I'll start by saying this. Obviously, not everybody needs to eat more. There are many people who need to eat fewer calories so they can lose weight. But number one, not everybody needs to lose weight. That's something that a lot of people need to hear. Number two is even if you do need to lose weight, and even if your goal is fat loss, if you're doing it in a healthy way, in a sustainable way, so that you can do it for the long term, eventually you're gonna need to eat more calories. And that can be super scary for people to hear. If you've spent your whole life trying to lose weight, trying to eat less, to hear that at some point you're going to need to eat more, it can be very scary to hear. And I wanna make this video so you know how to do it, and so you also know that just because you're gonna eat more doesn't mean you're gonna ruin your progress. Now, I'll also say this. A lot of people who are trying to lose weight can eat more than they think they can. I'll explain. Let's say your maintenance calorie intake is 1,800 calories per day. That means you can eat 1,800 calories every single day and stay the same weight. Unfortunately, a lot of people have been told that they need to eat something like 1,200 calories or less in order to lose weight. So if your maintenance calorie intake is 1,800 calories, but you think you need to eat 1,200 calories on a day-to-day basis, you're setting yourself up for failure. Not because you won't lose weight on 1,200 calories, you will, but because it's impossible to sustain that forever. Eventually you're gonna end up binging, eventually you're gonna fall off track, and that's why you're not gonna make the progress you want, because you're not actually eating in a calorie deficit. So if your maintenance calorie intake is 1,800, instead of trying to eat 1,200, you could eat 1,500 calories every day and still lose weight. You could even eat 1,700 calories every day and still lose weight. Or you could eat 1,400 calories every day and still lose weight. You could literally eat anything under 1,800 calories a day every day and still lose weight. See, the goal of fat loss is not to eat as little as possible. The goal of fat loss is to eat as much as you possibly can while still losing weight. That's the key to healthy weight loss. That's the key to sustainable weight loss. That's the key to enjoyable weight loss that you can sustain for the rest of your life. So if all you get from this video is that you don't need to starve yourself in order to lose weight, that's a win for me. Because the reality is you don't need to starve yourself. You can probably eat more than you think you can and still lose weight and enjoy your favorite foods. Now, if you don't know how many calories you should eat in order to lose weight, the link is in the description for my free calorie calculator. It's another video here on YouTube. Go use that and you will figure out how many calories you can eat to lose weight sustainably and enjoyably over the long term. Now, along the same lines, even if you want to lose weight, that doesn't mean throughout your process of weight loss that you can't ever increase your calories. In fact, I would argue that having periods of time in which you deliberately increase your calories, some people call this a diet break, is better for long-term sustainable fat loss than always trying to eat fewer and fewer calories. Think about it like this. When most people start trying to lose weight, they have a starting point and an ideal end point, and their goal is to reach that end point as quickly as possible. And as a result, they end up doing something stupid, or realistically, they do many things stupid, like a juice cleanse or a detox, taking fat burners, exercising every single day, trying to starve themselves, and as a result, they never achieve their goals. In reality, a better approach to fat loss is instead of trying to go as quickly as possible and reducing your calories as much as possible, you give yourself dedicated breaks over time in which you deliberately increase your calories to maintenance or a surplus. You will see the scale go up. That's not a problem. You didn't ruin all your progress. You're not getting fat. You're giving yourself what's called a diet break. You can let yourself relax. You can let yourself enjoy. You can give yourself a moment to take a break from constantly trying to restrict yourself, so then you can get back on track, be 100% consistent, and reach your goal rather than yo-yoing up and down for years on end and never actually getting to the body that you want. Now, this last segment is for the people who have a relatively small amount of body fat you want to lose. Maybe it's 5, 10 pounds of stubborn fat. You want to get rid of it. It's really annoying. You want your abs to be more defined. Who doesn't? You're not sure what to do. I'm not going to tell you what the right answer is because I don't think there is an objectively right answer, but I am going to give you something to think about. Once you've arrived at this point in which you don't have that much more body fat to lose, maybe 5 to 10 pounds before you see visible abs, it becomes exponentially more difficult for you to continue losing body fat. And I'm not telling you this to try to dissuade you from losing body fat. I think you should do whatever the fuck you want to do. And if you want to lose the last 5 to 10 pounds, go for it, and I'll help you do that. Having said that, I think the vast majority of people are perpetually focused on trying to lose those last 5 to 10 pounds when they don't realize, number one, how difficult it's actually going to be, and number two, what they're giving up in order to try to achieve it. So if you decide that you're going to try to lose those last 5 to 10 pounds, you have to be aware that, number one, you're probably going to be way more tired. You're also probably going to be way hungrier. Odds are you're not going to be feeling as strong in the gym. It's very common for your sex drive to go down. And by virtue of what you need to do in order to lose fat, be in a calorie deficit, you're going to have to be more restrictive with your nutrition. And again, I'm not telling you trying to lose the last 5 to 10 pounds is a bad idea. The only way to know if it's a bad idea is if you try it for yourself. I just don't think most people are, number one, aware of how difficult it's actually going to be. And number two, I don't think most people understand how much more they could accomplish if they stopped solely focusing on those last 5 to 10 pounds and started focusing on what else they could achieve if they actually increased their calories and focused on what their body could do rather than solely what their body looks like. Because the truth is, if you decide, you know what, I'm not going to go for those last 5 to 10 pounds, you can eat more. Your energy is going to increase. Your sex drive is going to increase. Your strength is going to increase. Your muscle mass is going to increase. And you're going to have way more flexibility with your nutrition. So you can eat more calories, enjoy more of your favorite foods without constantly being concerned about whether or not you're ruining all your progress. And again, if you decide you want to lose the last 5 to 10 pounds to try and get more visible abs, go for it. I support you, and I will do anything I can to help you, and I hope that it makes you happy. But for whatever my word and experience is worth, I've found most people are exponentially happier eating a little bit more, holding on to a little bit more body fat, being able to enjoy pizza on a more regular basis than they are with slightly less body fat, definitely more visible abs, but nowhere near the dietary flexibility. So having said all of that, the only person who knows the right answer for you is you. If you decide you want to lose those last 5 to 10 pounds to get more visible abs, and you're okay being more restrictive, possibly getting hungrier, possibly losing strength in order to achieve it, then go for it. On the other hand, if you want to enjoy pizza on a more regular basis, if you want to have more dietary flexibility, if you want to be able to increase your chances of getting stronger, building more muscle, having a healthier relationship with food, it might be worth putting a pause on the goal of trying to lose the last 5 to 10 pounds so you can eat more food, have a better relationship with food, get stronger, build more muscle, and focus on what your body can do rather than solely focusing on what your body looks like. I hope this video helped. If it did, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you don't already. As for me, I need to go get some UV. Have a good one.